So let's start the second video on thermodynamics. We have started the terminologies used in thermodynamics and we have done this 5. Now, so we have done the first is classification system based on state. The next type is sixth is classification system based on energy exchange. So sixth number, the sixth term that you should write in your notebook, sixth is classification of system based on energy exchange. Energy exchange. Okay. First we have done classification system based on state. This is based on energy exchange. So on energy exchange, this can be divided into 3 types. The first is open system. Then next is closed system. And the third is isolated system. Okay. Here here we are talking of thermodynamics, means it's a part of heat. So energy exchange किस वेज से हो सकता है? तो either work से energy exchange हो सकता है या फिर heat से. When heat goes from one medium to second medium based on difference in temperature. So open system means where heat and energy exchange in terms of mass भी हो सकता है. तो this is energy exchange based on energy and better is mass exchange, right? Both, because open system here energy as well as mass both exchanges with the surrounding. Okay, system, if you remember system, we are going to study for this. Okay, so system was what, if you remember, system was that part of universe which under thermodynamical consideration is the system. So the system which I have taken, so that is going to exchange heat, means energy, as well as mass, both. Okay, like here there is tea in a open cup. So if I take tea in a open cup, it is a open system because some part of tea will evaporate, so mass is also getting into surrounding, and the some part and energy, because this tea will be at high temperature, so energy will also exchange due to difference in temperature. Heat is also energy, work is also energy. Okay. Closed system means if you take the same closed system where just energy exchange is there. Energy exchange is there, no mass exchange. No mass exchange. Like here again, tea in a cup with, if I put it here, some plate on the tea, cup of tea. So here the mass, the tea will not evaporate, the mass is not exchanging, but the energy will exchange between this, and because these walls are not adiabatic. This boundary is not adiabatic. They can exchange heat. If you have seen, if you take cup of tea and close it by some plate, after some time this the hot tea, its temperature will decrease and it will become a cold. Okay, so its the temperature decrease again. If you have to have a tea, then again you heat it. Okay. Isolated system where no energy exchange, here no energy exchange, no energy exchange, no mass exchange, both. So here no energy exchange, no mass exchange. Let's say if you take the same tea in a thermoflask. Thermoflask means which keeps the temperature of the given system constant. So if I take same tea in a thermoflask, I think all of you bring, let's say, water bottle where the temperature of water is kept maintained. So that is thermoflask. So tea in thermoflask. Tea in thermoflask. So this is our 3 types of system based on mass and energy exchange. Here if I ask you, let's say flying sparrow is a isolated system or closed open system or closed system. Flying sparrow means the bird which is flying in the air. So it is an open system. Why? Because it is going to breathe in, it is going to breathe out. So when it is breathing, so mass is coming in. When it is breathed out, mass is going out. And energy exchange is always there because temperature of any living organism is greater, slightly more than, so energy exchange is there. So flying sparrow becomes our open system. Okay. So here, if it is now, let's say, if I take, let's say, so here for open system, if I want to study the thermodynamics, the energy exchange, means, so if it is an open system, so control volume approach is there. What is that? We'll come to that. Okay. In fact, this is not in our course. Means it is for solving open system. Means if you want to solve open system question, we go for control volume. Control volume. Here we have a control mass. Mass is control mass. Means mass is conserved. Here volume is conserved. Here isolated is there. So isolated can be control volume plus control mass, both. So isolated meaning control volume and control mass both. Means this is approach of solving the problem. Okay, control volume and control mass both. In our course, we have either closed system or isolated system. Open system is not there at this stage in 11th 12th standard. So we won't be doing this. We will be developing equation for control mass, means closed system, and isolated system. Whenever we have such kind of situation here, so here in this case what we do, as I said, mass and energy exchange is there. So mass exchange or energy exchange, energy can be exchanged either in the form of heat or in the form of work. Okay, so in the form of heat or work, what we do here, since in our course we have a closed system and isolated system, here Q will not be 0 but W may be 0. Okay, here Q is also 0, means energy exchange is also 0, and work, W means work is also 0. It is an isolated system. Okay, so this is there. But many a times, in fact, if it is a closed system but it is with the movable piston, so in that case work is also not 0. So work cannot be also 0. So if I write here, work means here it is work is 0 when it is a fixed volume, and here work is not 0 if not fixed, means it is movable piston. I think it is movable piston. It is मूवेबल पिस्टन होगा तो वर्क वहाँ पे होगा. इन सब पे हम लोग आएंगे. सिंस जस्ट मैंने यहाँ लिख दिया कि बाद में लिखने की जरूरत नहीं हो, लेकिन हम लोग बाद में भी लिख सकते हैं. अभी अगर लिखना नहीं है तो लीव इट हियर एंड लीव सम स्पेस हियर कि in future when we will learn new terms, then we will learn it. Okay, universe is an, if I take universe which is system plus surrounding, so universe is an isolated system. So universe can be taken as isolated system. Why? Because system and surrounding मिलके ही universe है, and universe के बाहर कोई energy या कोई mass जाने वाला नहीं है. Okay, तो universe can be taken as a isolated system, and any laws applicable to isolated system can be assumed as a universal law. Any law applicable to isolated system can be assumed as a universal law. Okay, so here closed system, open system that we have done here. Then we have here next is the next seventh term that we should know here. So this is system. The next is seventh term that is we should know, that is property of system. Yes, property of system. So again, this can be divided into two ways. First way of classifying this system is, one is called extensive property, and second is intensive. Extensive property and intensive property. What is extensive property and what is intensive one? So if you just hear, extensive meaning mass dependent property is extensive, means mass dependent, and mass independent is intensive. So mass dependent is extensive and mass independent is intensive property. Like here, some example if I take, let's say the very first example is mass only. Mass m, then number of mole, then volume. Okay, so these all are mass dependent property. Next will come work, again not work. So mass, number of mole, volume. Then we have internal energy. U is for, again I'm just writing the letter. You have to write its full form also. M is mass, N is number of mole, V is volume, U is internal energy, H is enthalpy. Then you have G, Gibbs energy, A, Helmholtz energy. G is Gibbs energy, G for Gibbs energy, A for Helmholtz energy. मैं लिख देता हूँ Helmholtz energy. Then S entropy. ठीक है, लिखा सर ने A. So these are extensive property. Intensive property कौन है? Like temperature, we have pressure. Okay, we have like temperature, pressure, density. Means if you take density of 100 ml of water or density of 1 kg of water or 1 liter of water, it is same. Density of 1 kg of iron, density of 100 kg of iron is same. Temperature, pressure is also intensive property. Then there are series of intensive property, like you have refractive index that we have done, then we have pH that we have done. Okay, so refractive index, pH, then K, thermal conductivity, resistivity, if you remember it is resistivity. So if you just write, so please write here so here if you write the so intensive, the series of intensive property if you write, so it's a refractive index, pH, thermal conductivity, electrical or resistivity. Then you have concentration terms. Concentration terms meaning we have molarity, molality, normality, mole fraction. No, they all are, means all concentration terms are basically intensive property. Then viscosity, surface tension. So you think of any property and you just note it down, and in future also we'll see Cp, Cv means molar heat capacity at constant pressure, molar heat capacity at constant volume. So all the properties with the molar term means कहीं भी अगर आता है molar volume, molar heat capacity, molar mass, so they all are intensive properties. So all the property with the name molar will be intensive. Then you have got boiling point, freezing point, they all are intensive property. They are not dependent on the mass. Then you have so again you just leave some space. As I remember the names, I will tell you the names actually. Okay. So here, then again vapor pressure जो अभी हमने किया, vapor pressure in the last chapter, vapor pressure of, so if you take 1 ml of liquid or 100 ml of liquid, vapor pressure will be same. So pure vapor pressure. So these all are intensive property. Here the important, what is time? Time is not intensive, not extensive property. The same, similarly work and heat जो इसमें आएगा आगे, work and heat is also not intensive nor extensive property. So please write this, this is important. Time is neither intensive nor extensive. Second, heat and work is also neither intensive nor extensive property. अभी कुछ पॉइंट्स हम लिख लेंगे जो हम लोग बाद में यूज करेंगे. एक्सटेंसिव, द नेक्स्ट इज एक्सटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टी आर एडिटिव इन नेचर, मतलब टू एक्सटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टी कैन बी एडेड. सेकेंड, इंटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टी इज नॉट एडिटिव इन नेचर, मीन्स टू इंटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टी कैन नॉट बी एडेड. दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट. ओके, तो यहाँ पे कुछ स्पेस छोड़ के रखना, इसमें हम लोग बाद में लिखेंगे ई नॉट, मीन्स ई नॉट इज ऑक्सीडेशन और रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल, ऑक्सीडेशन और रिडक्शन पोटेंशियल, ये आगे आएगा. ठीक है, तो वहाँ पे हम लोग करेंगे. सो ई नॉट इज ऑल्सो इंटेंसिव प्रॉपर्टी. ओके, so this way, so these are the some important part of properties of system. Okay, in next again we will continue with the property of system and we'll see. So please go through this, remember all these definitions and keep watching Master Academy channel. We'll continue in the third part. So it's a second lecture of terminology in thermodynamics. In the third also we'll be doing that some terminologies more. Okay, thank you.